Hello bookish friends and welcome to or welcome back to my channel. My name is Lexi and today we are doing our April TBR jar picks. So if you just watched my weekly vlog that I posted, I think it's gonna be Friday at this point. I'm hoping it's up before this video. I have been in quite the life slump. I have been in a major reading slump. I have really only wanted to watch Grey's Anatomy and I have been so busy with my full-time job that I haven't had any time for YouTube. As I'm sure you're aware, as there has been a very large, noticeable lack of uploads from me. Everything's fine, I'm just so busy with work right now that I just don't have the mental capacity to come home, sit down in front of my computer and edit. Like, the thought of having to finish editing the weekly vlog that was supposed to go up on Wednesday makes me want to cry and just like forget all my responsibilities, but we're gonna do it. I'm trying to get back to YouTube at half capacity for now. If that means a weekly upload, every other week upload, so be it. Please bear with me. I appreciate every single one of you who has reached out to me asking what's going on, am I okay, all that. I'm fine, just in a very busy season of life. Part of this whole like life slump I'm in is that I have been reading books. As you can tell, this is my stack for the month of March so far. I have been reading, clearly, but I am just not loving anything I'm reading. I'm pretty much giving books like 2, 3, maybe 4 stars right now. I have not had a single 5-star in the year of 2025 yet, and it's really just like getting me. I'm also feeling very low energy. So I have a liquid IV. It is the sugar-free rainbow sherbet. It's my favorite. I love it. I'm hoping that brings some life back into me. Let's not waste any more time. Let's start with my 25 and 2025 pick. I've also been failing at this 25 and 2025 TBR because I pick one book each month and I have not read a single book off of that TBR yet. It just seems like all of the books I'm getting are like the most intimidating ones and the most like brainy. Not in that mood right now. I don't know which one I would want. I would like a romance or something, just not fantasy. And by fantasy, I mean like Swordcatcher. Onyx Storm, already read her, hated her. I love when I like pick a book and I'm like, okay, I already read that one, because then it's like, oh, I get to pick again. Yeah, no. I literally just said I don't want a fantasy where it's like takes much brain capacity and I get Legendborn. I'm sorry, I'm not doing that right now. This is my TBR, my rules. All right, let's see. The God of the Woods, okay. God of the Woods is this right here by Liz Moore. This won the best book of 2024 from Book of the Month. It won the Book of the Month Lolly Award. She's thick. How big is this book? This book is 476 pages. That is a intense book. It's marketed as a mystery thriller, but I think it's more like just a contemporary mystery almost. I've heard it's a little slow, but I've heard it's really good. When a teenager vanishes from her Adirondack summer camp, 2 worlds collide. Early morning, August 1975. A camp counselor discovers an empty bunk. Its occupant, Barbara Van Laar, has gone missing. Barbara isn't just any 13-year-old, she's the daughter of the family that owns the summer camp and employs most of the region's residents. And this isn't the first time a Van Laar child has disappeared. Barbara's older brother similarly vanished 14 years ago, never to be found. Maybe this will give me all the summer warm weather vibes, but I'm excited. This was one of the books that I'm most excited for on my winter TBR. Winter TBR, what the hell? My 25 and 2025, and it looks like these are short chapters and it's from a lot of different POVs, so I think I'm gonna like this a lot and I think it'll read quickly even though she is a thick book. Liquid IV break. We're gonna choose 5. Last month I did 8 books on my TBR and epically failed. I'm just gonna try to keep this as realistic as possible. This month I really want to actually like take my time and pick the books instead of just like choosing books that I just like see first, you know? I don't even know what I'm in the mood to read this month either. That's like the hard thing. Oh, that one just flung out. Like I literally have no idea what I want to read. Okay, read the shortest book on your shelf. I feel like it's probably gonna be a graphic novel. All right, let me grab a couple options and I'll BRB. As I suspected, it was gonna be a graphic novel. We're gonna do The Secret Garden. It says adapted by Mariah Marsden and illustrated by Hannah, I don't even know, Lutchfeld. I don't even know if you're gonna see it. I don't remember why I bought this, but I think it might have been like an Amazon sale and it's a cutesy little graphic novel. It says, locked doors, unseen magic, the most contrary of friends. 10-year-old Mary Lennox arrives at her uncle's secluded estate on the Yorkshire moors with a scowl and a chip on her shoulder. As she begins to explore her new home alongside ragtag companions, a cocky Robin Redbreast, a sour-faced gardener, and a boy who can talk to animals, Mary uncovers long-buried family secrets and learns that even the loneliest of hearts can grow roots in rocky soil. This illustration just looks so cute and cozy. Like, look at this last page right here. Like, look at how cute this looks. So, that makes me happy because this is obviously one that kind of negates how thick and long this one is. This one's short. Graphic novel, will probably be able to read that in under an hour, which is what I need right now. Okay. Let's shoot for number 3. I like, as I was saying before, I don't even know what kind of reading mood I'm in right now. Like, I don't know if I want fantasy. I don't know if I want romance. I don't know if I want thrillers. Like, I just can't. Says, pick any fantasy book you want. I'm looking at my fantasy shelf and I honestly don't know where I want to go. Maybe we do a book of the month fantasy? No. Honestly, I have one book that's kind of staring me in the face, or we could do Zodiac Academy. Zodiac Academy fantasy? I don't think that's fantasy, actually. Hold on. Okay, so I know this is a little boring because I put this on my TBR last month, but there's something in me that really wants to read this, and it's Powerless by Lauren Roberts, the first book in this series. It's basically about this girl who has like these elite powers and has to like hide and pretend she doesn't. She goes through like some sort of game where she has to pretend that she's not one of these like elite people. She's one of the ordinary. It says, if the trials and the opponents within them don't kill her, the prince she's fighting feelings for will if he discovers what Peyton is, completely ordinary. And this is like up to book 4, I think, at this point, so I think it's time we actually read this. All right, let's move on to number 4. I have to remember like ebooks too, but I think we're gonna not do any ebooks this month. I don't know. All right, here we go. No, I'm not doing this. Read a book by Emma Straub. I'm not in the mood for that kind of, well, maybe I could. Hold please. Okay, so I think we're actually gonna do it. And I think this book is going to rip at my heartstrings. This is This Time Tomorrow, obviously by Emma Straub. I don't know if I'm saying that right. She is the owner of Books, Art, Magic in Brooklyn. This is where I actually bought this, and it's a signed copy. Of course, the sticker's not gonna come off nicely, so we're just gonna leave that on there. A father-daughter story full of humor and horror about love, death, and time travel. On the eve of her 40th birthday, Alice's life isn't terrible. She likes her job, even if it isn't exactly the one she expected. She's happy with her apartment, her romantic status, and her independence, and she adores her lifelong best friend. But her father is ailing, and it feels to her as if something is missing. When she wakes up the next morning, she finds herself back in 1996, reliving her 16th birthday. But it isn't just her adolescent body that shocks her or seeing her high school crush. It's her dad, the vital, charming 40-something version of her father with whom she is reunited. Now armed with a new perspective on her own life and his, some past events take on a new meaning. Is there anything that she would change if she could? Kind of sounds similar to the one book, I can't remember what it is. It's some Taylor Jenkins Reid book that I read years ago. Probably gonna ruin my soul. I'm like not mentally strong enough for this right now, but we'll try it. Damn, I love this cover though, it's pretty. So, all right. We'll do it. We have quite the array of books on this TBR. It's very strange, but maybe that's exactly what my brain needs. Watch that Emma Straub book end up being a 5-star. That would actually be like lovely if it was. I need a 5-star book in my life so bad. All right, let's go to number 5. Okay, read an audiobook you have in your library, Libby. I haven't been in an audiobook mood in quite some time. Let's see what I have on Audible. I think I might have Wicked on Audible. Maybe we can do Wicked. Let's see what the voice sounds like on the Wicked audiobook, because that might determine things.
Forward edge, as if she were a green fleck of the layers had torn up the road. Still, it led relentlessly.
Okay, I think we're gonna do Wicked. So, long story short, Wizard of Oz is my #1 favorite movie of all time. Me and my sister used to watch it all the time when we were little. Like, I've probably seen Wizard of Oz hundreds of times at this point. And obviously I am obsessed with Wicked with Ariana Grande and Cynthia Erivo. I think it's one of the best movies I've ever watched in my entire life. It's definitely in my top 5. But I've never read the Wicked books. Like, I've never read the series, so it'd be interesting to like read the story rather than watch it, because a lot of people say that the book is a lot darker than the movie depicts. Okay, we'll do Wicked. I can't believe I'm doing that. But I can't believe I also haven't read it, with how much I love Wizard of Oz. Like, that's kind of crazy to me. That was number 5. Let's do number 6, and maybe we'll choose 2 more to do 8. I can't do 7 because I don't like odd numbers. So let's do this one. It was in the corner all by itself. Blindly choose a book with your eyes closed. How do I even do that? All right, I guess we'll try. Watch me break my fucking bookshelves. Okay, let me set you up here. I set you up as best as I could. I'm gonna stand literally right here because these are all the books that I haven't read and we're just gonna choose a book, I guess. Honor system, my eyes are closed. Let's go. Trying to think of like where I would be right now. Let's go all over random places and okay, I guess we'll try. All right, we got one. I'm getting such a random books for this TBR. This could be either really good or really bad. The book I touched was The Invisible Husband of Frick Island. I don't remember why I bought this. I bought this a long time ago. Because sometimes all you need is one person to really see you. Piper Parrish's life on Frick Island, a tiny remote town smack in the middle of the Chesapeake Bay, is nearly perfect. Well, aside from one pesky detail, her beloved husband Tom is dead. When Tom's crab boat capsized and his body wasn't recovered, Piper, rocked to the core, did a most peculiar thing, carried on as if her husband were not only still alive, but right there beside her. She cooked him breakfast, walked him to the docks each morning, and met him for their standard weekly dinner date at the One-Eyed Crab. And what were the townspeople to do but go along with their beloved widowed Piper? Anders Caldwell's career is not going well. An ambitious young journalist, he'd hoped to be a national award-winning podcaster by now, rather than writing fluff pieces for a small-town newspaper. But when he gets an assignment to travel to remote Frick Island and cover the boring annual cakewalk fundraiser, he stumbles upon a much more fascinating tale. An entire town pretending to see and interact with a man who does not actually exist. Convinced it's the career-making story he needs for his podcast, Anders returns to the island to begin research and spend more time with the enigmatic Piper, but he has no idea that out of all the lives he's about to upend, it's his that will change the most. That sounds so good, actually. This is a book I've had for quite some time, but it's one of those books that I'm like, oh, it might be boring to me. Like, it's not usually like my cup of tea. Again, maybe the reading gods are blessing me with these like unexpected books, and maybe we'll end up loving them. Who knows? Okay, I was just interrupted by Chris coming home early. But I think the last thing I was saying is, I think because I have an audiobook and a graphic novel, I think we're gonna pick 2 more prompts. And you're probably like, well, aren't you in like a major reading slump? And yes, but this is fun. So, whatever. I like want to get more books on my TBR, but I also can't like think of what books I want to read. And all of the books that I'm thinking in my mind that I want to read, I'm not getting prompts for, so. Go with this one. Read a book with a number in the title. Okay, let me go look and see what options I have and we'll be back. Okay, so I had a couple options, but I think we're gonna go with The Dead Girl in 2A by Carter Wilson. I bought this at the Mysterious Bookshop in Manhattan. It is a indie bookstore that literally just sells mystery thrillers. This one says, this flight will take them somewhere they never expected to go. Jake Buchanan knows the woman sitting next to him on his business flight to Denver. He just can't figure out how he knows her. Sarah Stowe isn't in Jake's line of work and didn't go to college with him. They have nearly nothing in common apart from a deep and shared certainty that they've met before. As their airplane conversation deepens, both struggle to figure out what circumstances could have possibly brought them together. Then, in a revelation that sends Jake reeling, Clara admits she's traveling to the Colorado mountains to kill herself, and she disappears into the crowded airport immediately after landing. The Dead Girl in 2A is the story of what happens to Jake and Clara after they get off that plane and the manipulative figure who has brought them together decades after they first met. Intensely creepy, beautifully written, and full of Carter Wilson's signature whom can you trust paranoia, this is a psychological thriller unlike any you've read before. That sounds so good. Short chapters, a lot of dialogue, count me in. That sounds so good. Okay, we'll choose one more. Maybe we'll keep going, who knows? Maybe this will like make my brain feel like, okay, you don't have to read all 10, but like you can mood read within your TBR. All right, let's go with this one. Oh my god, this is a really long one. Here we go. Okay, read a book that takes place during the current season you are in. Oh, I think I know exactly what I'm gonna do. Hold please. So this is the first book I instantly thought of, and it is Ready or Not by Cara Bastone. I'm almost positive this takes place in spring, and I mean, look at this cover. How springy is this? And this is a romance. It's a surprise pregnancy that leads to even more life-changing revelations in this heartfelt, slow burn friends to lovers romance. It says, Eve Hatch lives for surprises. Just kidding. She expects every tomorrow to be pretty, much the same as today. She loves her cozy apartment in Brooklyn, close to her childhood best friend Willa, and far from her traditional Midwestern family who have never really understood her. While her job is only dream adjacent, it's comfortable and steady. She knows what to expect from life until she finds herself literally expecting after an uncharacteristic one-night stand. Now Eve's loyal friendship with Willa is feeling tense, and it's actually Willa's steadfast older brother Sheep who steps up to help. He's always been friendly, but now he's ordering her surprise lunches, listening to all her complaints, and is suddenly kind of hot. Then there's the baby's father, who is technically supportive but majorly conflicted. Maybe it's her surging hormones, maybe it's the way Shep's shoulders look in a t-shirt, but Eve starts to wonder if she's been secretly desiring more from every aspect of her life. Over the course of 9 months, as Eve struggles to find out the right next step, in her expanding reality, she learns that family and love in all forms can sneak up on you when you least expect it. That sounds so good, and just from the way the synopsis is written, I feel like I'm really gonna enjoy this writing style. Very excited about that one. Do we just keep going? Like, this is kind of fun. I was watching Larry Reads, and she did a TBR video like this. I don't know if it was for the month of March or for the month of April. I'm almost positive it was for the month of March. And she picks 10 books, and she was like, I just do these for fun because I love picking a prompt and choosing a book, but like I'm probably not gonna actually read any of these. And you know what? I'm gonna give off that energy too. We're gonna do 2 more to make it an even 10. Watch me read every single one of these and love every single one of these. That would be amazing. That would be the rebound in my reading slump I would need. So this one says, read a book set on a plane, train, or a ship. I think I know what I want to do. Hold on. This one takes place on a ship. It is The Mermaid, the Witch, in the Sea by Maggie Takuta Hall. I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right. I'm pretty sure this is a YA fantasy. Florian and Evelyn have lived their lives by the rules and whims of others. The pirate Florian, born Flora, has always done whatever it takes to survive. Now that means sailing under false flag on the Dove as a mortarer, thief, and worse. Lady Evelyn, I don't know how to pronounce the last name, a highborn imperial daughter, is on board as well, accompanied by her own casket. Lady Evelyn's one-way voyage to an arranged marriage is interrupted when the captain and crew show their true colors and enslave their wealthy passengers. But when Florian and Evelyn fall in love, they decide to take fate into their own hands, no matter the cost. Oh, cute. And obviously it's YA, so I feel like this will read relatively quickly. Again, we got short chapters, nice big font. And this is a book I got from Strand Bookstore, also from Manhattan. And I got it so long ago that I should read it. I have been wanting to read it, just like never had the motivation until now. Okay. This will be our last one, I promise. I feel like I keep saying, oh, just 2 more. Oh, just 2 more. But this is too fun to stop. All right. Go with this one that just popped into my hand. Oh, a free pick, and it's a paperback book. What a great one to end on. I actually think I know what I'm gonna choose too. Hold. Okay, don't yell at me for this one either, because I also chose this one for my TBR last month, but I really want to get to this. It was just like the reading slump was just not allowing it, and that is God of Malice by Rena Kent. This is a book 1 in the Legacy of the Gods series, and going back to Larry Reads, this is like one of her favorite book series ever. It's a dark romance. I'm pretty sure they're like, one of them's a psychopath, and she's like, oh fuck it, I want a psychopath. It says, can 2 people with broken souls truly repair the broken parts of each other's psyche? Can their dark and sinful desire overcome their history? When it turns out those pasts are more disturbingly entwined than they thought, they may come out stronger, or it may be their unraveling. We're putting this on the TBR because I really wanted to read this last month, but like, I was just in such a funk that I was like, if I read this right now, I'm gonna absolutely hate it, and I have a feeling that I'm gonna love this. So we're gonna do it, and it's got pretty sprayed edges. So that is 10 books, not what I was expecting. I was expecting to do 6 books for this video, but like choosing prompts is just so fun to me. Like these are some of my most favorite videos to film. I'm happy that after my little life slump I've been going through, this is the video that is hopefully gonna revive me and my love for reading. Let's recap. We're gonna put the books on my rotating bookshelf from Fly City Mall, which they gifted that to me, and you can get your very own using the link in my description box. I think the code or the link you use gets you 10% off your order. They have different colors, different sizes, different heights, all that fun stuff. I freaking love this bookshelf so much. I have the 3 tier in the black color. We're gonna recap what we have, what our prompts were, and what the books are for our April TBR. Okay, first we have our 25 in 2025 pick, and we have The God of the Woods by Liz Moore. Next, we got the shortest book on my TBR, and that is The Secret Garden by these authors. And this is obviously a cute little graphic novel. That's not gonna stay up. Okay, next we got pick any fantasy book you want, and I decided to go with Powerless by Lauren Roberts. The next prompt I got was read a book by Emma Straub, so we are going with This Time Tomorrow. Okay, the next one, I'm gonna pop a picture right here. This is read an audiobook you have in your library / Libby. So we are going with Wicked. I'm so excited about this one. So just pretend I'm putting Wicked up there. Next, I got the prompt of pick a book with your eyes closed, and we are doing The Invisible Husband of Frick Island by Colleen Oakley. Actually, I'm gonna put this one this way because it's gonna face forward. Okay, the next prompt we got, oops, uh-oh. We'll put that back there for now. Stand up. Okay, the next prompt we got was choose a book with a number in the title, and we were going with The Dead Girl in 2A by Carter Wilson. Next we got a book that takes place in the current season you are in, so we are going with Ready or Not by Cara Bastone. The next one is read a book set on a plane, train, or ship, so we are going with The Mermaid, the Witch, and the Sea by Maggie Takuda Hall. Hope I'm saying that right. Lastly, we get a free pick. It was any paperback book I wanted, so we are going with God of Malice by Rena Kent. We're gonna have to put her on the back. And that is the TBR set. I'm actually just gonna stay on the ground over here because I gotta take my thumbnail anyways, but I am very sorry I've been so absent lately. March was not my month in any aspect of life besides killing it at my full-time job, which honestly, it feels good to be doing so well at my full-time job right now, but I am just tired. I miss reading, I miss chatting with you guys, so thank you for being patient with me as I have had a major lack of uploads. I don't wanna promise that I'm gonna get better because I think they're gonna be a little sporadic for the next couple months, maybe. I'm gonna try to do weekly uploads, but I don't think the 2 times a week is gonna be realistic for the next couple months of my life. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know what's on your TBR for the month of April. What are you most excited for in the month of April? I'm really praying for warm weather to come soon because it is freezing cold here in upstate New York right now. We got our fall spring as we do every year, and now we're back to it being cold. I am so looking forward to warm weather. Thank you so much for watching. If you are not already subscribed to my channel, make sure to do so, and make sure you hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I upload a video, and I will see you in my next one. Bye.